All right, so you want to get started? All right, so first of all, good morning, everyone. Thank you for logging in this morning. For those who don't know me, my name is Giovanni Nicosia, and I am a real estate attorney. I've been an attorney in South Florida for 25 years. I own a telecom called Supreme Title Escrow. And what I've been trying to do is do classes basically every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturday, to help you guys, educate you guys. Today, we're doing like a top producer mastermind. I have Monica Davis from Keller Williams Legacy in Weston speaking. And, while once we start, we're going to ask Monica some questions, but, also like your participation, if you guys have any questions for Monica, for myself, feel free to ask, just unmute yourself or type it in the chat. That's how we learn. That's how we get better, by asking questions. No question is stupid. Even to this day, people ask me quite like I've been doing this over 25 years, and they ask me questions that I've never even imagined coming across. I guess you could say, real estate's always changing. And, so just so you guys know, as I mentioned, I'm doing 3 classes a week. Next week Thursday, I'm doing a contracts addendum class. I'm doing it at 6 p.m. at night. Next Tuesday, we're doing a chat GPT class. I have someone coming to speak on that. I know everyone, you hear so much about this stuff with this like AI, like this chat, but I really don't know much about it. So I was like an expert speaking on it. So I even want to learn about it. I have a 1031 exchange class next week, a short sale class. Also, on November 22nd, I'm doing a $1,000 cash raffle. Okay, $1,000 cash raffle. I have a website. Yeah, I know. I have a website, asktherealestateattorney.com. So it's like a coaching program. And it's only $9.99 a month. And you do get the first month free if you put in the code LAW. So if you become a member of the program, like I said, use code LAW, so you could actually join for free and be in the raffle for $1,000. And I plan on doing a raffle every month for $1,000. So I guess we'll put the information in the chat there. So I don't know, we'll get started. So good morning. How are you doing today? Can you hear me?
Very good. Thank you. Yes.
All right. So I guess tell us a little about yourself. Like, how long you been doing real estate? Can you hear me?
Good morning to everybody. Thank you, Giovanni, for having me. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So how long have you been doing real estate?
Okay, I've been doing real estate for 6 years, and I love it. And yeah, it's one of the professions that I feel it's more I'm being more passionate about. Prior to real estate, I own a jewelry business for 10 years. I'm originally from Colombia, and been in the United States for 23 years.
So I didn't even realize you've only been doing real estate for 6 years. Wow, I did not know that.
Yes.
So what inspired you to become a realtor?
Well, actually, my husband was the one who planted the seed in my ear after a very difficult situation in my life, facing cancer for the second time. So during that time, while I was getting better, I decided that I needed to change careers. As I mentioned, I own a jewelry store for more than 10 years, but I thought that, that career was bringing me a lot of stress in my life. And he says, you should be doing good, and you should be good by selling houses and becoming a real estate agent. And I say, no, not at all. I don't want to be another agent in the war, since there are so many in the industry. And he says, no, you're perfect for that. You're perfect for that. And I knew I had to change careers due to my, my health situation. So he kept saying it and saying it and saying it. And I say, maybe he's right. I should consider and thinking about doing this. And I start learning about this career and putting everything into perspective. And I definitely love to serve people and help people. And I have built through my jewelry business a community of clients, and learning about the area where I was living and everything. So So I decided to take, pray about it and take a leap of faith and then jump into the industry by doing my classes and passing the course and everything like that. So it was just inspired by my husband, but I never thought about that.
One of the reasons, I asked Monica to speak today is because, well, one, I work with, many realtors, but she is someone who definitely really impressed me. I mean, she has closed over 160 deals in the last 2 years. I mean, probably like almost every month I close about 5 deals a month for her. I mean, there's been months where I've closed over 15 in a month with her, which is absolutely amazing and crazy to think that one person could close that many deals. And and actually, it really shocks me you've only done this 6 years. That really, when you said that, I really did not expect to hear that. So when you
Yeah.
first got started, like, were you a single agent? Were you on a team?
I was a single agent. I was a single agent. And actually, since my first deal until today, you have been my preferred title company. I
Thank
have
you.
never, if I have been working with another title company, it's because maybe it's just another type of transaction, that foreclosure or something that they require that. But yeah, I became when I jump into the industry, one of the most challenging situations that I have faced was I passed the course, now what? You know, you start to face which brokerage should I go to, or how do I do this business? Because I didn't have anyone that encouraged me to do this other than my husband, who he thought that I was going to be good at it, but he had no idea about it, real estate, or I had no guide. So I had to start to interview with different brokers and everything. And I saw a huge brokerage that I thought that I was the little fish surrounded by big sharks. So I say no. So I decided to go to a boutique brokerage, and that during that time it was Realty World South Florida. And that's how I began my journey as a real estate agent. And I was so passionate about learning and everything that I um I just start to learning about the process and everything, and I had a mentor who guided me through the process, and during that time I learned a lot. I had to share my commission, of course, but that was my starting point on join on learning about becoming a real estate agent. And after that, 1 year later, I had this team leader from Keller Williams calling me and asking me to join, but I thought that this company was so big for me that I didn't want to face, big big companies, because I didn't know, I didn't have the experience, and sometimes we block ourselves to bigger opportunities. So I came to different meetings that they had here in Keller Williams, and after almost a year that she was looking for me and asking me to come here to Keller Williams, I decided to join. And when I joined, I had 3 people that was following me through social media, that they wanted to be part of my team. And I say, but I don't have a team. I don't have a team. So they asked me, let's make a team. And I was like, okay, perfect. And I start to learn about how to build a team and things like that. And that's how I had my team here in Keller Williams, and I'm being in with the team for almost 5 years.
So the first year you had a coach, the first year.
The first year I had a mentor only for 3 transactions, and after that I was solo.
Would you
And
recommend that to a new
then
realtor?
yes, I do. I do. I think that leverage is very important, leverage. And it's very important to have a mentor that is going to guide you through the process and for you to do your part in learning. Okay. And that's something that is going to take you to the next level.
So what are some important skills and qualities that you think you need to become a successful realtor?
Well, communication skills is a key. Okay. Also, learning about the market, the knowledge in market, the adaptability, and also negotiation skills. That's very important. And of course, building your clientele, being persistent, learning is very important. We can never stop learning in this industry because every time the market is changing and the laws are changing, and if you stay behind, then that's something that is going to be crucial for your business. And something very important is to be up to date with technology.
Okay. Just like this, as I told you, I mentioned I'm doing a class next week on that Chat GPT. Do you know much about that thing?
I love it. I love it. Once
Oh,
I
you do,
hear about
you do use it, really?
yes. I use it all the time, and it's so convenient because before, I'm also very involved in social media and trying to catch up with what should I post or how I word my posts and create content and doing all of these things. And English is my second language, so it gets more difficult also.
Okay, because
But
yeah,
with
I don't know much about it. Like I said,
ChatGPT is just you make the question and they give you just the answer, and then you start to be creative and create endless ideas. So I love it, and I encourage everybody to have it.
yeah, like I said, we're doing a class on the next Tuesday, the same thing on Tuesday at 11 a.m. So, register for that because I'm actually interested in learning because I don't know nothing about it. All I hear people talking about it. So what do you do for marketing? How do you get business? How do you stay busy?
Okay, my all my clientele, 90% of my business comes from sphere of influence.
Mhm.
So I do a lot of client events. I keep very close with my clientele by doing events like I mentioned, classes, seminars. Um, I also love to do pop buys with my clients, so that's something very special that I like to do for every season or things like that. Being in touch and being involved with the community, that's one of the best advices that I can give everybody, and that's how we keep our clients together, and also referrals. We receive a lot of referrals from our clients.
You
Our main
mentioned you
goal.
were in the jewelry business. Have you been able to like convert a lot of those people
Yeah.
into real estate
Yes,
clients?
yes, a lot. And that's something that I'm very proud of it, because I have clients since I started jewelry business in 2005, and today they have become my number one investors. They have no idea about real estate, and I have led them through that process, and now they are investors. We do flips with them. I have also helped clients buying their first home, like endless clientele that have come from my prior business.
So
Yes.
you basically educated them how they can make money into real estate, and they trusted you, and you were able to make
Yes,
both.
I have become the trusted realtor. Yes. Yes.
And
Right.
social media, what are your views on social media?
Well, I'm involved in all. I don't even have TikTok has been the latest that we use, but I mean LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and everything. And I use that as a leverage, and trying to be involved with every single part, as like LinkedIn with the business, and Instagram, I think is the number one source of lead generation that we have in the business right now.
I saw you started doing a YouTube channel. You're posting more on YouTube now.
Yes, yes, I'm doing the YouTube channel, and that one, believe it or not, it has been very important as part of lead generation as well. I think all of this technology that we can use for free and implement is a great source of business.
Yeah, that's what I tell people, like especially social media, like everything you just mentioned doesn't cost anything. The LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. It just takes time to do. But if you do it consistently, and it's going to pay off. And if you're hitting people, like I said, they go on Instagram, they see you. They go on TikTok, they see you. They go on Facebook, they see you. They go on YouTube, they see you. And that's like what I'm trying to implement more in my own business as well. Like, for like the last probably 6 weeks, I started same thing YouTube. I posted, 3 times a week. Yesterday I posted a video. I got over 8,000 views on one day. So I thought that was amazing,
Nice,
So of course,
nice.
just like
Yes,
you.
that's very important. And I start social media since day one. Since I became a real estate agent, I use that as a tool, and I've been growing that, and I've been doing that organically. I haven't paid for any followers or anything like that, and just continue to build, and of course I have leverage on doing the posts and things like that, but the content and everything I'll try to create it myself and give the idea so he can work on that.
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight, but if you're consistent, it's going to, just like you said, it's going to grow. You're going to get more followers, and you never know who's going to be looking at your post, who's going to be interested, and also that you're going to stay in their mind. So if they are ready to buy, you're the first person they think about.
Exactly.
And that's what just like I said, it's sometimes for the social media is like stepping out of some people's comfort zone. Just like myself, I would never actually post myself. Now I'm posting videos, things like that. And I think in the long run, it's going to work, So just like everybody on here, that's definitely something you should do because it doesn't cost you any money. And just, of course, staying in contact with your former clients and making sure they don't forget you.
Sometimes it's not easy because especially me, I was very shy on the camera, and I still have to overcome that. But we have to do it. It really brings good value into the business.
And the best part, it doesn't cost money. It just takes time and dedication, but and it's something you can make money from. So, well, how do you manage your time effectively? I mean, I know, you said you're married, you have kids, you're running a business, how do you manage your time? What do you do?
Well, I have learned a saying that if it's not in your schedule, it doesn't exist. Everything has to go in the schedule. You have to make a productive schedule of family block. Time blocking is very important, okay, as part of your business, not for business, but for personal life. So I make sure that everything is in my calendar to meet all the daily activities that I have. And I try also to leverage what is not bringing me good source of income in a way, or to feel myself that I'm being productive. So I leverage some activities, I leverage some things that I have to do, but to keep a good schedule is to put everything in the calendar. If you don't put anything in your calendar, or if you don't have a calendar, then how are you going to remember things, that you have to do? And don't write a things to do list. It doesn't exist. It's a successful list. So you make sure that everything that you have planned for the day, you are going to accomplish, starting with your bed. So, yeah.
But when you say the count, like, do you do that on a daily basis or a weekly basis? How do you normally plan?
Well, I plan it on a weekly basis, yes.
Yeah.
But making sure that everything is in there, that way I don't miss a thing. Yeah.
That's that. I mean, I do the same thing too, and that's something like when I do marketing classes, I recommend the realtors like to make a plan. This day I'm going to do social media. This day I'm going to visit open houses. This day I'm going to do this. So of course, life, things change in life, but of course, if you at least have it there that this is your focus to try to get that done, and you stay pretty close to your schedule, it's going to work. But if you have no plan, if every day you're waking up having no idea what you're going to do, it makes it a lot harder.
Yes, completely. Yeah. And that's something that most of us fail to do because and time blocking is very important, especially if you're an agent. Time block for your lead generation, time block for and lead generation is not just making phone calls. Time block to prepare, for example, your social media content, your event planning content, all of these things that that is going to help you with your lead generation. Time block that time, that space. That way, if something comes in, you already have it in your calendar and in your mind that it's part of your lead generation, and no one can come and crush it.
Exactly.
That's part of your productivity. The same thing as important to time block the family time, the things that are very important for you. That way, when you have a client that says, oh, I want to go and see this property tomorrow or in 2 hours, they need to know that you have a schedule. They need to know that, you have a life, and then you say, okay, I have available on this day, on this time. This way, you're not running like a chicken going everywhere, and you have a plan on being focused on your one thing. Yes.
Okay, great. So what advice would you give a realtor just starting out, or a realtor like, who's been in the business and struggling right now? Like what advice would you give them?
Okay, we cannot give up despite of what the media says or what the industry is showing, or that you're not gonna get a commission if you assist a buyer. We cannot give up. We have to continue to build a strong networking within the environment that we're in, and be persistent. Persistence is what is going to take us to the next level. And keep thriving. This is the time to thrive and to make it the best of the best. If you uh, if you have work before X amount of time, just try to double that. Don't kill yourself with. Don't overwork, but be more smart and productive in what you're going to do. In your work, try to find the ways of let's say, try to find your why. Finding your why is the most important domino to become the best real estate agent. My why was my family, and especially my kids' education. I wanted for my kids to go to private school, and I knew that my sons, of course, I wanted my kids to go to university and things like that. And I knew if that was my main reason of why I had to be a real estate agent to provide to my family in that level, I needed to produce to that level. And to the day, until today's day, that has been my main goal, and I have achieved that goal. My son is in university, and I'm providing housing and everything for them. My two kids going to a private school that I want for them to go, and that has been part of my goal as a real estate agent, and I have successfully achieved that. So I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does anyone have any questions? Like I said, you could unmute yourself if you want. You could put in the chat. Don't be shy.
So I have a question for you. How do the teams work? How do you put your team together?
The team together. Okay. Of course, I had a lot of help from my team leader at that time. Pretty much you have to count with you have to build the base, which is getting to know your goals, your values as a team, so people can start joining you. Okay. And then finding the right people, I think, is very important. And setting, like a business, what is your mission, your vision, your goals, and start working into that and become a good leader. That's the key elements for you to have a successful team.
How many people on your team now?
We are 5.
But you
Actually,
just added 2 people? How many?
I added 2 people. My dad is part of my team. I'm very proud of him. He is 75 and he's already doing 2 transactions.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I know mainly you've had just really 2 people on your team, right?
Yes, Roberto, Carolina. And now I have Estelita. She came from a different brokerage. She has 20 years in the business. And Marcela, she is a part-time realtor, and also she is my assistant. And yeah, and I have two that are actually we are seven. I have two that are one is a nurse. He is actually almost getting ready to retire and become full-time realtor. He's part-time. And I have another team member that works more in commercial real estate, but he's right now doing some personal things. But yes, we are seven.
But let me ask you this, because like I said, I
So
mean,
we
for
are.
the majority of the time, I've always known you having really three people. What made you decide to grow the team? Because this is more recent, right? That you've tried to grow the team.
Oh, okay, yes, that happens this year
Yeah, that's what I
actually.
mean.
Things has happened not because I'm looking to do it. It's just it happens.
Mhm.
Estelita decided to change brokers and she wanted to be part of my team. So I explained what the team was like it, and she liked the idea and she just joined. And right now she's doing very good as well. And my father, after my mom passing away and everything, he decided that he wanted to do something new in his life. And my brother was the one who said, you should work with Monica. And I said, you know what, that's a great idea, but you're not going to just come to the office. You're gonna become a realtor. And I enrolled him to be to take the class and everything. And it was challenging for him, but he made it. And now he has closed, like I say, 2 transactions. So I'm very proud
When
of
did he get
him.
his license?
He got his license like 3 months ago. Three
So
months ago.
he's already closed deals.
He already closed the years, yes. And
Great.
he's still working excellent. And Eligio is part of my church, so he decided to join as well. And the other member, Cesar, he was brought by Carolina, one of the team members. So yes, but it just happened. It's not something that I'm actually recruiting people and doing this.
Yeah.
No, it's just
People
it
came
just happened.
along. Yeah.
Yes.
Any other questions? Just wait a second. All right. Any closing remarks you want to make, Monica? Anything?
I just wanted to say hello to Betty. We have done transactions together. To Mayra, nice to see you here. We chat yesterday. I know Mayra since when I was working with jewelry. She was one of my clients actually.
Which one?
And
Who?
Mayra Nieves.
Yeah, I admired her a
Mayra,
long time.
yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. And Paola, she's part of KW also. So to all of you, thank you so much for participating in these amazing Zoom meetings that Giovanni is providing to us. Great value for us to continue to grow and to learn from each other. So I'm
Yeah,
very
exactly.
thankful. Thank you.
Yeah, like people say business is slow, but now's really the time to educate yourself. Learn as much as possible. So basically, one, you are the smartest person out in the, when you're meeting to potential clients, you're speaking with your friends, you're speaking with your family, that you know more than anybody about real estate. So hopefully when, because there are a lot of realtors out there, but at least hopefully when they need to pick one, they pick you,
Yeah.
So, but as I said, so, for one, first of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate taking time from your busy schedule to speak today. Second, as I said, Thursday night, 6 p.m., I'm going to do a contract addendums class. I'm going to go through all the addendums. And, so if you guys want to, and next Tuesday, we're doing a chat GPT. But as once again, I said, we're doing that $1,000 cash raffle on November, I believe it's 22nd on Instagram Live, but you got to be a member of the program. Once again, asktherealestateattorney.com. Use code LAW for a free month. Cancel anytime. And also on November 21st, I didn't start advertising this. Every year I do for Thanksgiving. I call it client appreciation pies and prosecco. Giveaways. So stop by the office, free pies, free prosecco. So I do that like every year. So I'll be promoting that as well. So stop by, see if you've ever been to my office, stop by, see the office, a beautiful office, and if you haven't met me, meet me in person, say hello. And once again, thank you so much. Any closing remarks? Any questions about anything? Something you're working on? A listing you have you want to share? Anything? If not, give 1 more minute.
Okay, I have a question, Giovanni. Can you tell us how do you see with all of this craziness in the industry? What is your perception as far as what's happening with the lawsuit and all of this craziness?
My personal perspective, I mean, some people may have heard this already. I think it's crazy, honestly. I think I still cannot believe that they actually won. I personally think realtors have value to buyers, and to like this, like I saw an interview from the person who started the lawsuit, and he says, I don't know why I had to pay the buyer's agent. They did nothing for me. Well, that buyer's agent is the one who bought a buyer to your house. Without that buyer's agent, you wouldn't have sold your house. And you agreed to pay that listing a certain amount. And what they do with that amount should be your business. You agreed to pay that. And no one forced you to hire that realtor. You could have listed it on your own. You could have did a flat fee, but you hired that realtor because you felt that realtor had value. So now to complain after they did their job, to me, is crazy. And the fact that they actually won the lawsuit is even crazier. So I personally don't agree with it. I don't know if it's going to get overturned or not, but I just think it's nuts. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. And
that's crazy. That's the thing I thought when I heard that. And I also wanted to say something to all of you that we cannot get discouraged because we're not just going after a transaction, and we should do this more noticeable in social media, not just to post the picture of we sold the house, but what is the story behind that picture, because we wear so many hats, we do so many things in this industry that it's so rewarding. Yes, of course, we get a commission because that helps us to pay our bills and reach our goals. But besides that, we build relationships with clients that I don't think not any other industry do. If you go to the dentist, you do your thing. You hardly see your doctor or your dentist because they have a bunch of assistants. But we are just the face of helping so many people and bringing business to so many other companies, So
completely.
let's don't even, construction people, like so many.
That's funny that you say that. The last, and it's also Gil has a question, so we'll get to that in a second for you. But when we had the last foreclosure crisis, it was, let's say, 2005, 2006, 2004, I'd be doing closings and people were getting these adjustable rate mortgages, which I see, and I see how much they're making. I'm like, and I was saying to myself, how are they going to be able to afford this once this changes, And from looking at it, I was saying to myself, but I never realized how it affects everything. How, like the real estate market, because guess what? If the real estate market's not just like you said, it affects construction, it affects the survey company, the inspectors, the photographer, and then of course now they're not spending money. Now it affects the restaurants, it affects the stores. It affects everything. And that's why everything crashed back then, is because real estate is so important. And that made me realize it back then. I didn't know how really at that point how it affected everything, but once I saw it, I was like, wow, real estate's really what makes everything go around, and people don't realize that. And same thing like now, it's like if the real estate industry goes down, everything goes down. It's not just okay, it's just real estate, no big deal, because real estate does generate so much spending power for everybody. Yeah.
I agree.
Gilda asked the question, says, how does your schedule look like? Do you personally do lead generation, follow-ups, etc., or do you delegate those tasks?
I do. I do. You can ask my assistants. I always say, I'm in my lead generation. I have to do my lead generation. We always have to do our lead generation. There are some things that we can leverage and some others that we can. Face-to-face clients, coffee meetings, calling just to use I use what is called, one people call frog or other ones called frog, family, relationships, occupations, like not just trying to say, oh, can you refer me a client? No, it's just to actually being intentional in calling that person and asking how are they doing. If it's their birthday, send them a card. Things that are very intentional is what is part of my lead generation. My schedule, I am a morning person, and Giovanni knows. Sometimes at 5 o'clock, I'm sending emails.
And I'm responding.
But I know. But the first thing that I do, I start with prayer. That's my main thing, and then I start with my go through my calendar. But I begin with prayer, and then after that I start to dig deep into my lead generation. And I used to, but not anymore. And this is a tip for you guys: don't begin with your emails. Begin with your follow-ups and with your lead generation. The emails sometimes drag you into not producing or not doing what you're supposed to do during the day. And the number one thing that we have to do as real estate agents is productivity. The rest we can leverage. Okay. And I time block. My lead generation starts from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Okay. And then from there, from 11 to 1 o'clock, I follow up with my assistants and with the emails and the closings or the things that we have pending to do. And after that, I have a 1 o'clock appointment with my beloved father. We go for a 1 o'clock lunch every day. After my mom passed away, she was always attentive to his meals and things like that. And that's my appointment with my dad that I time block to make sure that we have that moment together. And then after that is showings, if I have showings to do, appointments, and planning, of course, for the following day. And once I come home, I don't work, because that's what usually we do. We work, but giving time, quality time to our family is also part of my lead generation of my life, because I want to grow that part of my life. I don't want to have a successful business and a crazy home that, is going to be broken. No, I want to have that also part of my successful life, to have that quality time to be with my family and being intentional. If I go to a football game, I want to be part of that football game and dedicate that time to be there for my family.
Nice.
So, yes.
Jill, does that answer your question, or any other questions? Right. I guess that, we'll log off for now. But once again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I know you're really busy, and I learned a lot about you as well. So hope this helps some people. And feel free to reach out to me, Monica, if you have any questions or anything. And like I said, hopefully you guys can log in on Thursday night, contracts addendums. And the reason I'm doing it at night, just so you know what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to do classes in the daytime, nighttime, weekends, to give everyone the opportunity to learn. Because I know some people, are actually are getting jobs right now, or second, to make other income, things like that. So I want to be able to give everyone the opportunity to learn. Okay, so that's why I'm doing, multiple times, I'm dedicating my Saturdays, I'm dedicating my evenings to really help you and educate you. So hopefully, you guys can log on. And Monica, I don't know, someone asked for your phone number. I don't know if you want to type that in, or you want.
Okay.
You want to type it in?
Yes, I did. Thank you so much.
Wait,
Yes,
someone asked a question. 1 second.
954-638-4753.
Okay, is that it? Yeah, that's it, I guess. All right. Well, thank you everybody for logging in. I really appreciate it. To see you guys on future classes. And have a great day.
Thank you.
Let's go lead generate and make some money. All right.